Good afternoon. It's not the best place. Almost good. You know I am a professor of mathematics. I would like to talk quickly with you exactly about mathematics, where you do not expect it. I will give you some information about my life, which are related strictly to the use of mathematics. The fact that I have started this job depends substantially in two of my professors who were able to convince me about, first, mathematics is fine, is nice, per se, no matter if it's useful. The second was another professor who convinced me that mathematics can be very useful and can be very exciting to learn to use it in practice, the study of economic problems, of financial problems, and so on. This is me when I graduated some years ago. I received some 12 interesting job offers, and I had also the opportunity to get a grant at the university to make research. It is not to start to work as now is still. This was the idea, some money, 80,000 liras per month, or more than double if I accepted some job offers. The way I compared them is the one you see on the screen. The idea to continue to stay at the university, make research and so on was for me freedom, while jail, the rest. Therefore I decided to become a mathematician, and in order to be a mathematician it was necessary to learn much more mathematics than I had the opportunity to learn at the university, and so I became again a student. I registered at the State University Milano, and I attended no class, simply I prepared exams, and I constructed background is very important for my future profession. There is a debate in the university about research seen as something conflicting with the profession. My experience is completely different. Working as a professional, I have found a lot of important and interesting problems that have conducted me to write papers, to publish them in good journals. So, my opinion is that these are two activities that can be complementary with each other, and also the research which stems from concrete problems can be more interesting and significant than purely abstract. I will show you some examples of concrete problems I have studied, which have brought me also to write a paper, to make consulting and research together. This is an aircraft. It's the first example of a jumbo jet with only two engines. The name is GE90. It was produced by General Electric, and in order to solve the problem for a company belonging to the field group, to whether to make or not this investment, they had to invent a new method of evaluation. This is the first application of this method to the study of the investment in the engine. It shows that you have a period in which you get negative results, but later results become positive and the accumulated total makes this a good investment. The idea was that of replacing a standard way to look at financial investment, getting only one number, which tells us whether the investment is good or not, with the period results. How much part of this result is in the first period, how much in the second, how much in the third, and so on. And this provided truly very interesting results. The problem is that of having money from a bank, money of your own, how to use that together. There are some ideas which are a bit wrong. ROE is the accounting parameter which measures how profitable it is to invest equity in some investment. E is equity. If the way to increase the return on equity is to reduce the amount of the equity which is invested, which is normal, the size of the investment is fixed, can lead to wrong conclusions, because if I have a product and the two factors move in different directions, it's not predictable what can happen with that product. Using linear algebra, it is possible to show that having the possibility to get money at a very low interest rate, 7%, an investment can be convenient, even if the internal rate of return of the investor is not very high. At that time, it was not a good investment, but with a good investment policy, it was possible to make money via funding opportunity. This is another problem. Fidis was another company in the Fiat Group. They were selling the financial contracts to support sales, and they wanted to construct a method to control the profitability and the efficiency, and to measure the efficiency of the activity of all the units of this firm all over the world. They had to aggregate the spreads, and this difference between the investment rate at which you put your money and the cost of it. I discovered that the right way to aggregate spreads consists in using the so-called harmonic mean, something that never appeared in finance, but it's the right answer to that problem. Putting together, this is accounting from Capaccioli in that double entry, with finance. This is Ulrich Fischer, one of the most important professors of finance during the last century. I was able to show that even if the standard opinion is that the net present value is the word that of finance, the ROE is another word that of accounting, they are not related. Well, this is not true. It is possible to show that the return on equity is only a part of a more general tool like the NPV is. Another idea, there is the world of law and there is the world of probability. You see that in the banknote, 10 German marks, there is a person which appears in this banknote is Carl Friedrich Gauss, probably one of the most important mathematicians. And in the banknote there is the formula and the graph of a function, which is probably the most important probability distribution existing in the world. Well, it is possible to discover that there is a very rich very interesting overlap between these two worlds, and at present I am working exactly in that direction. Also in the world of law, maybe that mathematics is useful. Typical applications are the use of probability in judgments, usury, and other things like that. I will conclude giving you some suggestions based on my experience. This table shows you how I've used my time during my career, and you see that the percentages are rather valuable time. This means that maybe that you have several professional lives instead of only one. These are my suggestions. This is a very difficult computation. 24 is hours per day. Minus 8, you see, makes 16. Well, 8 work, it's 50% of your conscious time. So be careful in choosing a job and in deciding how to use your time in that direction. Have a dream, but take into account the fact that your dream can be different when you are 18, when you are 28, when you are 38, and so on. So adjust according to your wishes, to your idea, to your person, the church. Be reasonably curious and choosy. Don't accept the first job you're offered. Look for different possibilities. This is very important. Invest in yourself. Sometimes they see students that study because they have to pass exam. This is not a good idea. You have to study because you have to learn, and you have to use what you have learned in your life. Short-termism doesn't have. Diversify your portfolio. There is the story of a girl. She's here, maybe. Paola Provera. Ciao. Okay, check. In person. It's interesting to look at how many job activities she has. She started a dissertation in hard finance, and then has made several jobs. You will see that listed, and she has changed a lot during her life, both dreams and the activities she's made. When we talked a few minutes about this occasion, she told me that it's important to use energy, to be energetic when you are looking for a job, make a job, and so on. Don't be too risk-averse, that is, take risks. This is one of the problems that several corporations have about people who, with a recent degree, they don't want to take risks. Taking risks is necessary. Acquire knowledge from different sources and mix them. I've done that in the satisfaction several times in my life. Don't think that you will have only a job in your life. Our story is important. And this is the conclusion. That is, even if you don't like mathematics, it's possible. Mathematics loves you, and it's very useful in several fields. Thank you very much.